The Dust Bowl is still remembered as one of the most devastating events that has occurred in U.S. history, so I'd like to discuss some causes and events leading up to it. The West was already characterized by its limited forest cover and grassland prairies, and the Homestead Act of 1862 gave people all the incentive they needed to move there. In the Great Plains, one of the largest grassland complexes in the world, the larger land plots required more large machinery and more hands to maintain the land. At this time, conventional tillage practices were regularly used to bring moist soil to the surface in a climate that started seeing less and less rain. These tillage methods were useful in breaking up the soil, preparing seed beds, and warming up the soil. However, this agitation breaks up soil colloids and aggregates and creates plow pans beneath the surface. Overall, these intensive tillage practices actually result in reduced organic matter, reduced cation exchange capacity, lower soil infiltration, increased compaction over time, and overall reduced soil fertility and productivity. The compaction caused by tilling necessitates the need for further tilling to break up that compaction in a never-ending cycle. With crops in high demand due to World War I, the pressure was on farmers to produce enough food for both the soldiers and the population. To add on to all of this, the stock market crashed in 1929, sparking the Great Depression that left millions of Americans without. Rains also started diminishing, resulting in a drought. However, farmers continued to relentlessly till the soil, treating it as an inexhaustible resource. Finally, in 1935, major drought hit the plains and the Dust Bowl began. In fact, the dust storms increased in intensity for 3 years. The Dust Bowl resulted not only in poor visibility and stifled crop yield, but the dust even proved fatal for many. Despite efforts to seek shelter, everything was covered in dust. The effects of the Dust Bowl spread across the United States, and those that sought refuge further west in California were only greeted with more devastation. When at last a dust cloud emerged over D.C., action was taken. The Soil Erosion Service, now known as the Natural Resources Conservation Service, or NRCS, was established in addition to the Prairie States Forestry Project and the Soil Conservation Act. While a disastrous atrocity, the Dust Bowl is a reminder of what happens when soil is treated as an inexhaustible resource.
Created using Powtoon.